Welcome to the Empower Pods, where women, money, and purpose all collide in an insanely powerful, sweet, and short punch of inspiration. I'm your host, Olivia Jaras.
All right, so here we're headed in the car, of course, and today's session is really going to be a bit of a heart-to-heart and really catching you up to date if you haven't already been caught up to date with what's going on in today's economy and in today's world. You see, yesterday I was in a conference with roughly 70 other of my council buddies, Forbes Council buddies, both from business and coaching worlds, and we were talking about the state of affairs of the workplace and the market and what's going on. And to every single one of us in every industry, right? We're all experts in different industries. It became so clear over the last 2 years. It has become so clear that the workplace is changing forever. It is no longer that place where we're hopeful or aiming that a 9-to-5 can come in and enhance our safety and security. It's just not happening. There is literally no industry in the world that is moving towards more full-time positions. Every single industry, every single company that can and has figured out how to is either outsourcing work or if they can automate processes, they absolutely automate with technology. So what does that mean? That means that we are moving towards a different economy from what we've known so far. And furthermore, this has been over the last, and this has been a trend that just has been exacerbated by COVID. What you see is that annual increases, and this is more of a compensation thing that I've seen in my industry, in my field, and working with compensation across the board with multiple industries and women and companies, and helping them figure out their pays and their raises and all of that stuff. What you're seeing across the board is that annual increases are not keeping up with the cost of living. So if you have a full-time job and you're hoping that, you'll be able to happily retire and save enough for retirement, well, I've got news for you. That annual increase, assuming that you get an annual increase, a generous annual increase of 3%, which rarely do companies give, and maybe you get a promotion every 2 years, right? Let's play the best case scenario. You get a promotion every 2 years, annual percent increase of 3%. You are still not keeping up with the true cost of living compounded by inflation. Because here's the thing that CPI, that consumer products index, or the basket, if you will, that they use to set and adjust the cost of living, it doesn't take into account the fact that you are aging, your healthcare needs are going to be increasing over the years, you might have kids who are probably going to need to go to college. College costs are exponentially growing at a much higher rate than 3% per year. I mean, they've skyrocketed at something like 200% since the mid-90s, early 90s. It's ridiculous. And then, not to say that you might have parents that you have to take care of, or family members with health care needs that they're going to need to take care of. And then on top of that, there's retirement. So that cost of living adjustment is really not enough. It does not cut it. And then add to that the fact that you are putting all your faith on one revenue stream. That to me is scary as all get out. You, my dear friend, are smarter than that. You not only deserve to make a shitload more money, but you also deserve to have multiple revenue streams. And this is a huge shift that is happening and that you need to be aware of and you need to be on top of. Because here's the thing. Imagine your 9 to 5 goes to hell in a basket. We have another pandemic. Things go haywire. Things go south, as they have for so many people over the last 2 years. How would it feel if you actually were like, okay, you know what, that's totally fine. I have other revenue streams that I can just simply open up the faucet a little bit further and give it a little bit more time and dedication. And voila, I got more money. Like, wouldn't it be refreshing and reassuring to not have to just rely on your current job or one income for that fake sense of stability and security? That's what I'm telling you, my friend. And listen, you don't actually have to be creating products. You don't have to do things that, you don't actually have to consider yourself a business person or even an entrepreneur. If you want to, that's great. All I'm saying is you've worked your ass off for who knows how many decades refining your career capital. You are phenomenally good at something. And I know, by virtue of having helped thousands of women make millions of dollars, that that's something that you bring inside is worth its weight in gold. It can become coaching. It can become consulting. It can become authorship. It can become a contributor to a high-profile magazine. It can become workshops. It's all there, and there's so many different ways for you to monetize it. If you only just gave yourself a chance. And that's what I want to inspire you to do, because you've got this little voice. I know you do. Every single one of us has this little nagging voice of like, what if I did this, or what if I did that? And too often we ignore it. We don't listen to it. So I'm going to encourage you today to start listening to that little voice. I'm going to ask you, what does it say? What is it screaming for attention for? Like, what is it asking you to do? Because you all have that voice. We all do. And I know that I listened. And it ended up in 7 different revenue streams in 3 different companies. And all of them because I tapped into who I am and who I've been put on this planet to be and enjoy being. You should love every single way that you make money. You should thrive in your ways of making money. Because if not, you're not doing it right. That's all. So, I'm going to leave you with that. What is it that you have been called upon to do that you're still not monetizing? Where is it that you think, even if it's just entertaining, hypothetically, the idea that if you could, where would you build new revenue streams for yourself? Where? And what would they look like? And if you take that a step further, how big would you want to get?
Today's episode was brought to you by Salary Coaching for Women, where you can access all the tools you need to get paid what you deserve. Why do you need to hop on over there right now? Well, because you know it and I know it. When women get hold of more money, we make the world a better place. So if you are a professional woman, a female entrepreneur, or anything in between, hop on over to www.salarycoaching.com and check out all of the resources they have for you ASAP.